During an interval in the shooting of the film The Olympic Games, I discussed the ancient Greek mysteries with my good friend Brian Blessed. Seated among the ruins of the Temple of Zeus in ancient Olympia, we had the sense that the past had merged with the present. Brian is not only a good actor, he is a deep thinker, a serious student of ancient Greek thought. Referring to Greek theology, Brian told me that in the ancient Greek world, the objective of the mysteries was to guide humanity toward a superior way of life, with moral and spiritual elevation. The knowledge of the mysteries propelled the initiates towards the sphere of the ideal world, where the soul, by means of light, encounters eternal love. When we analyze the deeper meanings of the mysteries, especially in the Orphic and Pythagorean teachings, as well as in the works of Plato and the Neoplatonic philosophers, we can confirm that the ancient Greeks believed that nature, with all her lawful decrees, which are enacted in the formation of the universe, was the temple governed by the Creator God. Beneath the Creator God, the 12 gods acted, moved, and were worshipped. The sum of these ideas, with their philosophical and theosophical interpretation, constitutes the crossroads that devotional faith must traverse in order to prepare man beyond the Judaic, Aramaic, and Roman understanding to welcome the full light of the love of all for all as taught by Jesus Christ. God, the universe, matter, space, time, soul, man. All these are governed by a common logic. That logic must be discovered by contemporary man, so that he does not make the mistake of disconnecting the universe from the deity, or man from nature, or matter from spirit, or the present from the eternal. Do these things, I wonder, comprise the axis for a practical philosophy?
Philosophy, what is philosophy? Of course, the love of wisdom. And what is wisdom? Many people say is knowledge. But is that a good definition? You may have knowledge and you do not know how to use it. All right, I have knowledge and I know how to use it. But if you don't use it for the good, what is the good?
Theosophy is a part of philosophy. Philosophy is the way to penetrate the essence of things and phenomena, with the objective of clarifying the demonstrated elements, which are interpreted by means of the inviolable laws of logic. It makes no sense for man to desire to elevate divinity to an absolute and ignore the way nature and the world functions. It likewise makes no sense for us to want to penetrate the depths of human nature and ignore the laws by which becoming functions, the engine room of the universe, space, and time. In classical metaphysics, the existence of God was always a prominent issue. His name suggests the perfect being, the complete, the absolute creative power of every visible and invisible being. Knowledge of God is acquired by the use of natural reason, or by self-revelation of God through the active powers of the soul, which are embodied in the panorama of natural creation, become a part of him, and are impelled towards the complete, the whole, the Father. The descriptions of God differ as much as religious ideas, and the experiences of people do in different eras, as well as varying lifestyle conditions. A common characteristic of the religions of the world, as to the purpose of God's existence, is that God exists in order to commend the good in the human world and to punish evil in the other world. Plato, on the theological problem, places considerable importance on the fact that humans do not have the capacity to see evil as evil.
Real evil for Plato is exclusively moral. The other evils have man himself as their source, and not God, who is the source of absolute love. With this genuine thought, the religious element of Platonic speculation is often connected.
God always helps the moral individual. The good and just person may be tested temporarily in the material world, but justice always awaits them. By contrast, an evil person cannot evade his punishment. If an evildoer is not punished in this life, he will surely be punished in the other. Plato believes that God expresses himself with an infinite divine providence for man, nature, and the universe. The Platonic faith in God begins where human knowledge ends.
Faith alone can lead the soul to the heavenly world. No God, no personal religion can stand apart from the idea of the good. The good is divine. For this reason, Plato's soul cannot rest with the anthropomorphic of the ancient world. He respects these forms. He does not assail them. He confesses his faith in their metaphysical reality. He does not consider them secondary, and he believes that devotion to them is devotion to the good and the beautiful.
But the complete, the absolute one, the immutable, and the eternal for Plato, is that which expresses moral perfection. On this pedestal stands the Platonic God as creator and overseer of all things. The idea of the good, in its metaphysical extension, has divine power. For only this explains the real reasons for the existence of the beings and things in the microcosm and macrocosm. Plato observes the stars at night, studies their orbits, loses himself in the depths of the dark heavenly world, and believes that this world, which expresses the harmonious coexistence of all things, is the temple of the unique religion in which man can enter, worship, and commune with the divine world, so as to become consubstantial with the one God.